Hey everyone, and welcome to an update on the 15th of November 2023. So we're starting off with our UKV precip and temperature run. So currently, yesterday evening we had a few showers pushing eastwards. Last night saw a repeat performance, that it was generally drier overnight than it was during the day. And then today, Wednesday, we will see a dry start with lengthy sunny spells, but in the afternoon we'll see some high cloud moving in to the south, and we'll see some rain edging into the southwest by the end of the evening. This will edge northwards over South Munster and South Leinster, heaviest towards the south coast. This low needs watching because this could be quite serious if it trends northwards. It is we are already just over 24 hours away from it. However, if you remember, Storm Debbie only appears clearly on the charts 24 hours before the events. So it's literally the night before the events that the models probably picked up on Debbie. So I mean, it does need watching obviously. Into Thursday, the system clears eastwards before some more rain moves in from the west. This rain clears the east in the evening, followed by a few showers, quite widely. And into Friday, we see a day of quite a dry day actually for many areas. It will cloud over with rain moving in from the west in the evening. This moves eastwards before Saturday sees sunshine and heavy showers, heaviest in the north and most frequent too. And into Sunday, we see bands of rain moving in from the west, and the low pressure stays. Temperatures, just to summarise, by day around the 8 to 11 degree mark, by night between about 2 and 6 degrees or 7 degrees on average over the next few days. Nothing too severe apart from some frosts, possibly, and shelter under clear skies. This is the NAO observed and GFS forecasters. So we're currently in a negative NAO, as we've been throughout the autumn since the I say about the 13th of September. We're staying negative, but we'll see a brief positive period here before dropping back negative. These positive periods have always been on these runs, but none of them have ever really come off verified. So I have doubts about that. But what would happen if we saw a more positive NAO would be that we'd see the Azores high strengthening and pushing in a more of a southwesterly winds. So it'd be milder but quite cloudy and wet as well. But if the Azores high comes far enough north, it will dry things out. But currently we see the Azores high well away, and the lows are quite close to us or over us. So starting off with our GFS run, the 12s there first of all. So here we go. Today we see these westerly winds with showers and transient ridge tomorrow, bring a dry day with sunshine before this low passes to our south. That is watching because, as we'll see in a sec, the GEM has it blowing up over us into something quite similar to Debbie actually. Then we move off into the weekends. Sorry, Thursday, Friday first. We see another transient ridge before we see the low from the west push in, with a lot of rain on that southwesterly flow, gradually veering more westerly to showers. And then we keep going, and we see a brief cooler snap around the 20th as the high sort of ridges to our west, bringing down that cool and showery northwesterly winds. Beyond that, into early next week, we see the Azores high centered to our southwest, bringing in quite a mild westerly flow. Then moving forward, we see the Azores high actually becoming quite dominant, so it'll dry things out. I felt it was quite mild, but if we get centrally located under the high for a while, we will see some frost and fog forming. Then towards the end of next week, towards the 25th, we start to see the high pressure retrogressing towards Greenland, and down comes a northerly plunge. The coldest of the air goes, I think, to the east of us, but still, we will see some cold air coming south. The -5 ice term engulfs the country, so we go quite cold there. And it continues really towards the end of the month, possibly winds backing more easterly by then, before the high pressure comes right over us for Thursday, the 30th of November, 2023, the final day of autumn, and upper temperatures on the day are cold. That would be a cold ridge with frost and fog. The 18th is only a few hours in, but let's just look at that, focusing on that low we saw. That might. There's only a slight chance of it happening, but yeah. So the 18th also has it to our south, thankfully. I'll show you the GEM when we get there. You know, we have the ECM first, then the UK Met run, then the GEM. The ECM. So you see westerly winds today, transient ridge tomorrow. I keep going. I don't know why I do that. We see that low pass to our south, quite severe, but not over us. And then we move on, and we see right Friday and Saturday this milder push of southwesterly winds with rain with it. Then winds veering more westerly with showers over the weekends. Again, a cooler shot around Monday with the winds in from the north actually, before the Azores high topples to allow more of a westerly flow in. But the PV is strengthening towards Iceland and actually opens up quite a cool and showery northerly to northwesterly flow by the 24th of November. And we can start to see a more southerly tracking jet stream again. So possibly we will see more cold zonality, where the jet stream goes from northwest to southeast, and we see the winds in from more of a northerly or northwesterly direction at times, possibly bringing some winteriness from the west. This is the UK Met run, so we see the low quite close to us, but just misses us on Thursday morning, and then beyond that we see a transient ridge before that next low comes in, bringing its wet and windy weather, then showers over the weekends. Then we see a northerly on Monday, quite a short northerly flow, and then we go into more of a mild westerly, kind of classic flat westerly then on the 21st. Right, GEM, this is going to be quite big. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. So, this little low on the jet stream over here, keep an eye on that, okay? This crosses onto the cold side of the jets and really spins up over Ireland. Look at that. Centered over our southeast and moving towards the UK, bringing some severe winds. I'll show you the zoomed in view of it later on. Beyond that, we see that other low come in, bringing its rain showers and strong winds. Then we see a bit of we see a brief northeasterly around Tuesday the 21st. A bit chilly with that, not overly cold, because before the high sort of cuts it off. Then we see the high going south and a westerly wind coming back. So we'll zoom in on this system. Bear in mind, only one run out of 6 that we're looking at is having this scenario. So don't freak out, because it's more than probable that this won't verify. But for the sake of, showing you what might happen, I'll just show you. Okay, midnight, 3 a.m. Thursday, it's off the coast of the southwest. 6 a.m. it's over the Cork Kerry border. 9 a.m. it's over Tipperary. 12 p.m. it's over Wexford, Wicklow, Carlow. 3 p.m. it's over the Irish Sea. Look at all this time, the ice bars are popping out of it, and by 3 p.m. we have this area of extremely tightly packed ice bars over here. Again, a narrow core of extremely strong winds on this low before it moves away to the east in the evening, bringing very stormy weather to Wales and parts of England. So if that was to come off, we'd see more warnings, probably a name of that as well, Storm Elian, I think that would be. So just to show you the possibilities that we could be facing with, that we could be facing on Thursday. Only 1 out of 6 models are showing that, but we have to remember, of course, that Storm Debbie, like 2 days before, like on Saturday, no one knew that the storm would hit. There were some hints, but it wasn't really anything solid. But by Sunday morning, all models were showing it. Actually, half were showing it strongly on Sunday morning, but by Sunday afternoon, they were all showing it battering islands, and then these red warnings came. I mean, instantly, pretty much. Okay, so I mean, it's quite unlikely that something like that would happen again, but just to highlight this. So Icon has that low to our south, and then we keep going on the transit on Friday before we see that big push of southwesterlies through the weekends. We go cooler on Monday and Tuesday before the high pressure comes southwards and brings in a very mild wind from the west and southwest. It originates from the Azores and actually towards the Canary Islands even. Upper temperatures, as you can expect, warm with that, very, very mild with that sort of flow. And then let's look at the ARPEGE. Start off with, we'll use the 12Z first, and then we'll see the 18Z to see if it is now within the range of the storm, storm, the possible storm. The ARPEGE 12Z has to the south, and then we keep going onwards, and we see that low pressure coming in, blah, blah, blah. The 18Z, okay. 3 hourly steps. Do we get there? We don't get there yet, but by Wednesday at 9 p.m, it's centered to our southwest. Comparison to the 12Z, let's see. Yeah, okay. The ARPEGE does have the low a bit further north, Wednesday at 9 p.m, compared to the 12Z. So that may could possibly come northwards. The problem with ARPEGE is that this is not the run you rely on if you want a run to update quickly. And we're already at 12 hours. No, we're already at 12 minutes and 41 seconds since the video. I haven't been recording since 9 this morning. No. YouTube just wouldn't allow that. I can't sit here all day waiting for ARPEGE to update is what I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, so what we know so far is that 1 out of 6 models, the GEM, is blowing that storm up on Monday. Thursday. Sorry, guys. So once this updates, I'll probably just have the details in the description so you know what's happened, because I'm not sitting here waiting for it to update. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.